am an extremely curious person, and so I'm curious about ideas, I'm curious about people. I love digging deep and then sort of seeing how things work in context. So that curiosity allows me to learn every single day, and I don't know what I'm going to learn on that given day. That is what's really fun about teaching by the case method. My research is in 3 areas. I study leadership, globalization, and innovation. Leadership development is really a process of self-development, and what I love to do is to go study leaders and their colleagues on the ground over time as they go about doing their work. So I actually use cases to help me understand what are the key challenges and opportunities a leader faces, and how can we then figure out what information they need to be exposed to help them know how to be better at learning from an experience of really working with that kind of challenge or opportunity. I do make sure the work is longitudinal in nature because I think it's important to see the dynamic unfolding of relationships and the impact of leadership over time. So what leadership is really about is how individuals learn to match their intent with their impact. If you're writing cases about leadership, it's impossible to do a good case if you don't really build a true relationship with the executive you're trying to write about. Every other year, I write a case about a former MBA student or executive who's been in my class. And I do that because I want to really see them in their context and learn from them. Of course, I already have a relationship with them, but the relationship becomes deeper as I learn more about what really drives them and what kind of impact they want to have and how they go about delivering that. And we will exchange information over time about career choices they're making. I can talk with them about different topics I'm thinking about researching and ask them if they think it's relevant. So that continual mutual learning relationship stays with us and me, and I benefit from that. Good cases always have some tension in them. So they're not just positive. People need to be willing to allow you to show all sides of their leadership and its impact. And I don't think they're real comfortable doing that or really exposing you to their colleagues who you need to speak to develop the cases unless they do feel safe with you. An example of a case series that I think is an illustration of how I like to do work is in my class was an executive named Michael Koo, and he wrote up a strategy statement about digital transformation. I asked him if I could come watch him as he did that digital transformation, and he was the head of global supply chain at Pfizer. And for sure, we studied him for 6 years before the vaccine happened, so we could capture that culture change he was trying to do. And then we were able to, once COVID happened, begin to capture everything they had to do to actually get those trials done in 266 days. So as it turns out, we've now written 3 cases, A, B, and C, and an HBR article about Michael and his team and how they've really learned how to do innovation at speed. What I really enjoy is that when you follow someone over time, you don't really know what the twists and turns of the story are going to be. There's a certain drama to that I also find really reflects the complexity of humans and the kinds of choices that we make. And there's no place like the Harvard Business School to fulfill that kind of curiosity. And I think that's what I enjoy most about it.